The clatter of hooves on cobblestones, the hiss of beer from oak casks, the warm amber glow of a pub lit against a winter night. Once, these were the heartbeat of Britain's towns. But over decades, a tide swept through the nation's brewing map. Generations of breweries, each a symbol of local pride, identity, and tradition, vanished almost overnight. Tonight, we raise a glass to 10 lost British breweries that didn't just make beer, they made communities, and their absence still lingers, like a familiar melody now hauntingly silent. There was a time when every town in Britain had its own brewery, its own ale, its own flavor of life. From the smoky pubs of Sheffield to the dockside taverns of Sunderland, from Burton's malt-scented canals to the cobbled streets of Halifax, breweries weren't just businesses, they were the pulse of everyday existence. But then, over decades, takeovers, closures, and corporate consolidation swept them away. The smells of roasting malt, the rattle of dray horses, the chatter and laughter of pubgoers vanished. And with them, a deep sense of local identity and belonging. Tonight, we journey through the lost breweries of Britain. We'll explore the stories behind the beer, the people who loved it, and the towns that mourned it. Along the way, imagine the hiss of a freshly poured pint, the warmth of a crowded bar, and the clatter of dree horses on rain-slick streets. Founded in 1822 by Joshua Tetley, this West Yorkshire giant became Britain's largest cask ale brewery by the late 20th century. Step into a 1970s Leeds pub, and half the pumps boasted Tetley's orange and yellow clips. Smooth, malty, poured through a sparkler, each pint carried the flavor of home. But Tetley's was more than beer. It was spectacle. Prince and Charles, the brewery's famous Shire horses, pulled drays across city streets until 2006, clattering over Crown Point Bridge and down Hunslet Road. When Carlsberg closed the brewery in 2011, Leeds didn't just lose a business, it lost a piece of its identity. Old-timers still speak of Friday nights in Hunslet taverns, of match day celebrations and family gatherings, rituals woven with Tetley's bitters. For those who remember, the city's heart was in every pint. If you've ever sipped a pint that felt like home, pause and remember the breweries that shaped those moments. In the heart of Nepsend, Sheffield, Cannon Brewery opened in 1868, quickly becoming legendary. Its signature Stone's Bitter, first brewed in 1948, was golden, smooth, and designed for the steelworkers of the city. The brewery's iconic Rottweiler pump clip became a badge of hometown pride. By the 1960s, Stone's accounted for 80% of Cannon's output. Dim-lit pubs, smoky with steel dust and camaraderie, served pints as much ritual as refreshment. The brewery's dray wagons, with their proud signage, rumbled through streets, linking every sip to a sense of place. But when Bass took over in 1968 and finally closed the Sheffield site in 1999, the flavor stayed in memory, not in glass. Stone's Bitter may be gone, but the pride it inspired lingers. Springfield Brewery, founded in 1873, stood as the beating heart of black country brewing. Its Brew 11, a strong traditional bitter, was the drink of factory workers, football fans, and families winding down after long shifts. Victorian buildings still stand today, now part of the University of Wolverhampton, a ghostly reminder of bustling brewing days. Delivery drays and wagons once rumbled through Wolverhampton, bringing beer to pub crowds and railway taverns. Mitchells and Butler bought Springfield in 1960, and by 1991, brewing ceased. For the Midlands, Brew 11 was more than beer. It was heritage, warmth, and community, all distilled into a pint. Have you ever tasted something that transported you back in time? That's the magic these breweries once held. Opened in 1838, Webster's Pennine Bitter became a Yorkshire institution. With memorable campaigns featuring cricketer Fred Truman, the green-labeled bottles and pump clips became ubiquitous in pubs across Calderdale. Webster's drays were common sights, delivering casks to village inns and city bars alike. Carlsberg's takeover in 1996 ended the brewery, severing a connection between community and craft. For generations, it was more than beer. It was a ritual, a daily comfort, a piece of Yorkshire life. Near Portsmouth, Gales Brewery, founded in 1847, crafted bitters beloved across southern England. Gales' HSB and best bitter were amber gold, gently hopped, and smooth. Its red fox and goose logo was a familiar sight on oak-tanked drays delivering beer to seaside pubs and dockyard taverns. When Fuller's closed the Horndean site in 2006, moving production to London, locals felt a profound loss. For families in Hampshire, Gales was more than a pint. It was memory, community, and belonging. Ward's Bitter, a light 3.5% ale, was a daily fixture for steelworkers and pub-goers. Its drays clattered down Eccles Road, the brewery whistle signaling lunchtime deliveries, the ritual of a quick pint before kickoff at Hillsborough. When VO closed the brewery in 1999, Sheffield lost one of its last true local brews. The white pump clip, once omnipresent, became a symbol of nostalgia for a simpler communal time. Founded in 1806, VO's hearty ales were poured across the Northeast, from miners' pubs to shipyard taverns. Double Maxim and Maxim Stout were robust, tied to hard work, football, and camaraderie. The brewery's closure in 1999 wasn't just bricks and mortar. It was a loss of identity. Though resurrected by enthusiasts, the spirit of VO was never the same. The East End's Black Eagle Brewery, later Truman's, began in 1666. Thick pints of bitter and stout flowed through Brick Lane pubs, fueling dockers and market traders. When Grand Metropolitan closed Truman's in 1989, London lost a historical heartbeat. Today, the revived brand is familiar, but the original East End spirit lives only in memories of smoky pubs and long workdays punctuated by a frothy pint. Founded in 1742, Whitbread once spanned the globe. Its bitters and lagers, drawn from oak barrels, filled pubs across London. The Chiswell Street Brewery's closure in 2001 marked the end of an era as the company pivoted to hospitality. For older Londoners, Whitbread still conjures memories of pub gatherings, promotional beer mats, and a slice of city history, smooth, malty, and deeply familiar. Founded in 1777, Bass Pale Ale was the world's first registered trademark. Its distinctive red triangle became synonymous with reliable golden pints across England. The town's canals once carried wooden barrels, filling pubs nationwide with the aroma of malt. When the Burton plant closed in 2005, the taste remained, but the soul of the town's brewing tradition was lost forever. These 10 breweries weren't just makers of beer. They were makers of community, ritual, and identity. The clatter of drays, the warmth of a pub on a Friday night, the pride of drinking something truly local, all these vanished with corporate closures and consolidations. For those who remember, these lost breweries are more than nostalgia. They are a testament to the power of local tradition, a reminder of the social fabric woven through every pint. They are proof that beer is more than liquid. It's culture, memory, and home. So next time you lift a glass, take a moment to honor the breweries that shaped a nation and the towns whose hearts they once filled. If you're inspired by the stories of these lost breweries, subscribe to dive deeper into Britain's hidden histories and share this journey with friends who love beer, history, and the spirit of community.